Have you ever wondered if the human history we've been taught is just a simplified version of the truth? What if advanced civilizations walked this earth long before our own, only for their traces to be buried, silenced, or completely erased from time itself? Today, we're uncovering 5 forbidden artifacts that simply shouldn't exist, objects that defy everything we know about history, science, and technology. Each one whispers of knowledge far beyond its era, hinting that the story of mankind might be much older and far stranger than anyone dares to admit. It all begins with the Antikythera Mechanism, discovered in 1901 off the coast of a small Greek island. While searching for treasure, divers pulled a lump of corroded bronze from the seabed. It didn't look like much, but it hid a secret beyond imagination. Once scientists examined it, they realized it was a machine, a complex system of gears capable of predicting eclipses, planetary alignments, and even the cycles of the ancient Olympics. This device, dated to around 100 BC, functioned like a mechanical computer more than 1,000 years before such a concept should have even been possible. How could ancient craftsmen produce such precise engineering with the simple tools we assume they had? Was this a stroke of genius from forgotten Greek inventors, or did the knowledge come from a civilization far older one that vanished in a cataclysm we can no longer remember? The Antikythera Mechanism stands as a ghostly testament to an age of science lost to the waves of time. Next, let's journey to the sands of Iraq, where we find the Baghdad Battery. In 1938, among ruins near the ancient city, archaeologists uncovered a small clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. When they reassembled these simple parts, they formed a primitive yet functioning electrical cell, a battery capable of generating a voltage when filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar or lemon juice. This artifact dates back more than 2,000 years to the Parthian Empire. But what purpose could electricity have possibly served in the ancient world? Some theories suggest it was used for electroplating jewelry with a thin layer of gold or silver. Others propose a more mystical use, perhaps in strange rituals where a mild shock was seen as divine energy. But a more radical idea is that it is evidence of knowledge carried over from an even earlier age, a forgotten mastery of natural forces, long before Benjamin Franklin flew his famous kite. Whatever the truth, the Baghdad Battery is a spark that refuses to die, a mystery glowing faintly from the deep shadows of antiquity. Then, towering above the sands of Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza stands as the ultimate enigma. Built around 2500 BC, this colossal structure aligns almost perfectly with the cardinal points of the Earth. Its proportions encode profound mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio with stunning accuracy. Even today, modern engineers struggle to explain how its builders achieved such perfection without lasers, cranes, or the advanced measurement tools we rely on. But what if the Great Pyramid wasn't just a tomb? Recent studies have shown that its chambers and internal structure can conduct and focus electromagnetic energy, leading some researchers to suggest it could have once served as a kind of power source, a massive generator built with forgotten science. Could the pyramid have been designed to harness the planet's natural frequencies, turning stone itself into a source of energy? Or was it created as a message, a beacon of power left behind by gods, or perhaps by an advanced human civilization whose legacy has since faded into myth? The Great Pyramid doesn't just rise from the desert. It hums with a silence that feels alive, a riddle carved in stone for all eternity. In 1936, in the quiet hills of Texas, a couple on a walk stumbled upon what would later be known as the London Hammer. Embedded within ancient stone, they found a modern-looking hammer complete with a wooden handle and an iron head sealed inside rock, dated to be more than 100 million years old. How can a man-made tool exist from a time when dinosaurs still walked the earth? Analysis of the hammer's head revealed the metal was incredibly pure iron mixed with chlorine and sulfur, an alloy that is practically impossible to reproduce even with today's advanced technology. Mainstream science has often dismissed it as a geological anomaly, a strange coincidence. But others see it as something else entirely, a fragment from a forgotten epoch, solid proof that intelligent beings might have existed far, far before our accepted timeline of humanity even began. The London Hammer now sits silently in a museum, its very presence mocking our understanding of the past, whispering that time might not be a straight line, but a repeating loop where civilizations rise, fall, and vanish, only to begin again. Our final artifact defies geography itself, the Piri Reis map. In 1929, scholars in Istanbul uncovered this astonishing map, drawn by the Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis in the year 1513. The map accurately depicts the coastlines of South America and Africa, which is impressive enough for its time. But what is truly shocking is its depiction of Antarctica. Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until centuries later, and modern science only confirmed the shape of its mountain ranges hidden beneath miles of ice in the 20th century using radar technology. Yet this ancient map shows those very features with remarkable precision, as if they were drawn from the sky. How could someone from the 1500s have mapped the Earth with such impossible detail? The admiral himself wrote in the map's notes that he compiled it from much older charts, relics from civilizations long gone. Some researchers believe these source maps were created by a lost global culture that once possessed aerial knowledge or perhaps even had contact with beings capable of seeing the planet from above. The Piri Reis map challenges every conventional theory of exploration, appearing almost like a blueprint from a forgotten world that once spanned the entire globe. When you connect the dots between these 5 mysteries, the mechanism, the battery, the pyramid, the hammer, and the map, a compelling pattern begins to emerge. Each artifact defies its own age, strongly suggesting that our version of human history has been rewritten, edited, and simplified for our comfort. Perhaps there were other civilizations that rose to incredible heights, wielding sciences and technologies beyond our current comprehension, and then in a single night of fire, flood, or some other cataclysm, were almost entirely erased. Their incredible memories were warped into myths, their advanced tools became misunderstood relics. And now, piece by piece, those relics are resurfacing, whispering to us from beneath the dust of ages. Maybe humanity's story isn't a straight line of constant progress. Maybe it's a cycle: creation, collapse, and rediscovery. And each time a few fragments manage to survive, hinting that we've walked this path before. The Antikythera gears turn, the pyramid hums, the hammer rests, the battery sleeps, and the map awaits all silent witnesses to a truth that might be too vast for our history books to contain. What if our ancestors weren't primitive at all? What if they were us, just thousands of years older and wiser in ways we've long forgotten? The answer might already be here, buried in plain sight, waiting for those brave enough to question everything. Because sometimes the truth isn't lost to time. It's just hidden from those who aren't yet ready to see it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mysteries.